the super witches and the regular witches in one attack. The double witch attack. It is a great strategy, so let's tell you all about it and have some fun in multiplayer. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. The double witch attack has been proven at Town Hall 13 to be a 3-star method, but what about Town Hall 12? I have the regular witches cooked up. We can now take the regular troop and the super troop, but the issue is to boost to a super witch, it needs to be level 5 for Town Hall 12. Now that's not a problem, ours is not level 5, but we do have a stack of gems, 20,000 to be precise, from the last episode where we purchased all of the Christmas bundles. So the first thing we need to do is gem the witch to level 5. It's currently only level 2, unfortunately, and we have the earthquake spell cooking in the lab. We need to gem that in order to finish it. Then we have 64,000 Dark Elixir required for the level 3 witch, and I have 20. I don't want to use the Rune of Dark Elixir yet, because the minions are here for 16, so why don't we do that? Why don't we gem that? So let's use the Rune of Dark Elixir. Can this get us all of the way through? I don't think it's going to. We might have to use something else to upgrade the witches once they get a bit further. But let's check it out. Level 3, 64,000. There we go. Level 4, we can do 100,000. There we go. 1,000 gems. Oh my word. I hate doing this, but we've got so many gems and we need it. 160,000 now for the witch. We don't have enough and I can't get the Hammer of Fighting just yet. We can't purchase Dark Elixir with the CWL medals. So let's take a second. I quickly completed just a couple of the practice modes. Don't get me wrong, I could have gone further, but the amount of Dark Elixir starts dropping as you move up the list. So we got 18,000. It didn't really shave that many gems off this, to be honest. And I hate doing this, but we're going to have to do it as part of the video. We did get the gems in the previous one, and I forgot about the gems to finish off the upgrade. Man, this Super Witch video best be worth it. You know what you guys can do? Help to support me with code JUDO before making any purchases or your favorite content creator. It really does help out the channels massively. So we can now get to these super witches. Now what I will say is the super wall breaker can be very good with this attack strategy. It can allow you into the base initially with these super witches. I have the Ice Hound boosted up from our previous episode, so I can't do that. I'm just going to take a couple of regular wall breakers. Oh man, I totally forgot about this. Are you joking me? We need to screenshot that. There is no way I am spending 1,000 gems without screenshotting it. Oh my word. It didn't even boost it up. It just gave me the resources. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anticlimactic, but here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom! We finally have the super witches, and you know what else I forgot about? We need to cook them up! Are you kidding me? This is getting beyond a joke. We only need 3 of them. How much Dark Elixir do we have? Not much at all. Okay. You know what? We've came this far. We have came this far. Let's do it, my friends. Then we can get out there and do a double witch attack. I could have completed the practice modes after I had upgraded the witch to use the Dark Elixir for the boost and to create the super witches. It would have saved me a bunch of gems. I just spent 8,000. Okay, why don't we start this challenge? For Town Hall 13, what people will often do is use lightning spells to take out one of the scatter shots. Now, you could probably still do that at Town Hall 12, but I'm going to teach you the strategy in general, try and adapt it on my Town Hall 12, but let's get into this. The Grand Warden Walk is how you want to set this up. So what you would do is deploy the Grand Warden, make sure he is on ground mode, and you've got to be careful that you do not time fail with this strategy. So I use 1 coconut loon, that is for the healers, and you're creating pathing with the Grand Warden, but also trying to get value. Notice the multi-target Inferno, that is very good when it comes to witches. I will also be taking out this right-hand side so I can path everything through the center. Now what I'm going to do is use my king and a couple of witches on the other side with my super witches flying through the center. I'm just going to let my Grand Warden do a little bit more. You can spend up to about 45 seconds on the Grand Warden walk, but then you need to get moving. So let's go with the baby dragon maybe here. King, witches behind. Then let's use the super witches in this bottom area. There we go, with the queen. Now let's break in with the wall breakers. We can use a wizard here as well. And let's use another witch over there to take out the queen. Everything moving in. Use the Coco Loon. 1 jump. I'll save onto the other jump. Then let's rage. And you can save your Grand Warden's ability because the big boys are not really going to get affected by the Giga Bomb. What sometimes you might see is the Grand Warden used early to protect that balloon moving through because your healers are very, very critical in this attack. So let's freeze this area. Then let's rage. Let's use these siege barracks now over to that top side. You normally use your siege barracks for funneling. And what are we going to do here? We need to try and use the queen's ability. Let's turn this super witch invisible because we need to protect the super witches in the center. I forgot what I was saying. Normally you use your siege barracks for funneling and you have hog riders that can move into the base afterwards. Now let's rage up this area to get the super witch raged, but also the healers will move into that range. That's going to help massively. We can use our poison on the skellies. Here come the hog riders. Sometimes you can take a heal spell to help the hog riders, but the idea with the hog riders is you have majority of the core tanked by the super witches. The regular witches, I first thought that we could send them in with the super witches, but the Town Hall 13 variation is actually using them to create pathing with your king on the outside so that the super witches continue through. When everything's tanked, the hog riders come round, same with the RC, and that worked pretty good. So you guys know that I like to explain the strategy in a little bit more depth as we go along. We've shown you basically how it works, but what I want to explain in this attack is that you don't necessarily have to get huge value from your Grand Warden walk. You are purely setting up the pathing. If you can get a multi-target Inferno, it's great. You might even get the Town Hall. The Grand Warden can reach further than the Archer Queen by 1 tile, and he's very easy to then pull in the correct direction. There we go. Now as we move around, let's go super witches, queen, poison. We are going to need a freeze here as well, I think, for the E-drag, so let's freeze there. Then let's go here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're good at the moment. Jump spell. Now watch the center of the base. Rage spell. This is the power of the super witches. Despite having all of these multi-target Infernos, it's not going to matter because the big boys will be able to get through. Grand Warden's ability, perfectly timed. I think I took 1 Eagle Fire, but we did manage to get through all of that. Let's use the invisibility spell onto our troops because we don't want them taking too much damage. They don't need to at this stage. Another rage spell to get to the eagle. The pathing was perfect for the super witches to get to the center, and that is the main thing. That is where the regular witches are used for pathing. When I first thought about using both the witches and the super witches together, as I mentioned, I thought it would be good to have the regular skeletons protecting the big boys, but on seeing the pros use this strategy at Town Hall 13, they have gained way more success by using the witches on the outside to keep your super witches through the middle. That is the main thing. Keep your super witches pathing through the middle and make sure that you use your Grand Warden's ability in a good situation. You don't need it for the Giga Bomb if you are using Super Witches. That could be a method in war of you using the Super Witches over, let's say, a P.E.K.K.A. Smash or a Yeti Smash. You don't need the Grand Warden's ability for the Giga Bomb because the Super Witches and the big boys can get through that. Beautiful stuff. This looks like a pretty interesting base to try and take down. Multi-target Inferno is walkable from this side, and it actually creates really nice pathing because this entire section will be taken out. We just need to be careful with the king and the witches though, but we don't really need the 2 jump spells. So we can use the wall breakers to get the king and the witches into this other section. Let's just make a start. Let's go with the Grand Warden. And let's go 1 balloon there to get the mortar, and then a little bit of a test balloon with the healers and a wizard just to help our Grand Warden in towards the multi. With it being a slow attack, anything you can do to speed up the Grand Warden process is... Oh my word, I didn't see that the Archer Tower was on my healers. That is poor placement from my part. Grand Warden was going over there anyway, so I didn't really need to deploy the baby dragon, but I do think I lost 1 healer there and nearly a second, so not ideal. Okay, now let's go king, wall breakers, 5 witches on that side. Multi is down, so now let's go with the super witches, the queen, and let's go with the siege barracks over here as well. King's ability to help us through that area. Okay. Now, can we get to the single target Inferno? It's onto the witches, which is good. I think I'm going to use a rage in that area, actually, to try and take that down. Then we can jump to the town hall. And we're not looking too bad. We're not looking too bad. I think I'm going to rage in a moment once this funnel is created. Super Witches taking huge damage, but they've set the funnel very nicely here. We can use the Grand Warden's ability due to the enemy queen, not necessarily the town hall. Again, the Super Witches are fine in there. We can use the jump spell to get to the back end multi-target Inferno. Eagle goes down. This is wrecked. This is wrecked, my friends. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's use the invisibility spell onto our troops in the center. I like to take an invisibility spell just to use it to help out, to be honest. And just randomly see what we can get. Whether it be pathing, whether it be our troops, it tends to come in handy. And this base is wrecked. What a nice way to finish off the video. Queen's ability intact. She can't reach that multi-target Inferno. My jump spell might have been better placed to the left-hand side. Try and push everything over there, but it doesn't matter. This is devastating. The Super Witches and the regular Witches, incredible. If you are a Town Hall 13, remember you can use lightning spells onto a scatter shot, or you could just copy this variation. Know that you have the Royal Champion who can run around the base with the Hog Riders, and that is a big help as well. Really, the strategy works exactly the same. You just need pathing through, but obviously you need pathing to the scatter shots as well. Beautiful stuff. I've really enjoyed this one. I feel like the 8,000 gems at the start kind of was worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you do want to see the video where we purchased the bundles for Christmas and did all of the upgrades, I've got it linked on your screen right now. There is the subscribe button as well. You guys take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.